Okay, we are back for part two of Wicked. So, we were talking about discrimination. Um, and then I also want to talk about the sexual stuff too. Wicked is very sexual. Um, due to the mom when she did in the first start of the movie when she just took off that little thing and then you can see the middle of her breast. You can see when she's fake kissing and like he's getting on top of her and then about to have sex. But this is a Disney movie. Yep. It can show that Glinda is very like she's very uppity for the prince. Also, it shows when the prince comes in, everyone's drooling over him. Why do we need children to watch that? Why do we need children to be drooling over men when they should be learning something totally different? Also, the way that the way that the prince grinds on eh, that man's face, we are exposing children to watch that, and like that's what they're gonna be watching. Literally, that's literally all that they're gonna be doing. So introducing them to sex at a young age, I mean, come on. I mean, but this is a Disney show for children to watch. And there's a lot of that go on throughout the show. It might not do a lot, but it does insinuate a lot. It insinuates a lot. And if you watch it all the way through, you're going to get what I'm saying. What I also do want to talk about as well with Wicked is there's sorry, there's supposed to be a line of respect for people. I know Cynthia Revo took the role and played the part. But it really made me mad on how her love for the prince was too. The prince did not want her. The prince wanted Glinda. With what made me mad is it made it seem like she was so uppity for him. Like in one scene she tosses her hair like toss, 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 like Glinda does. And it's aggravating because Glinda is a user. It's user, a manipulator, and also, again, I'm not trying to make it about color, but it's white. And she's very just rude. If Elphaba did not go and talk to the teacher, Madam Marble, that day at that ballroom, Glinda would not had even thought twice of helping that girl out. She probably would have been laughing at her too. But because she felt grief and sadness, she decided to do that little dance with her, knowing what you were doing, knowing what you did. But she's humiliated, and there's a lot of her as a melanin woman just sitting there, and everyone's laughing, and predominantly a white crowd as well. And if this was a predominantly white movie, you should have casted a predominantly white person to play Elphaba, but you did not. But again, I'm not trying to make it about race, but you seen the picture that I'm painting here. And then on top of that, you wanna be popular. It's not about loving Elphaba. It's about changing Elphaba. It's about changing her actual loving self to be materialistic, and that's how you become popular. And this is what we are pushing in front of our children to let them know that this is how to be popular by literally not authentically being yourself, but being someone that you're not. Because that is what this is. And this is what this movie is insinuating in so many words. So it's not really like a learning for you. It's more so like a what? It's not a learning. It's not learning for the children. It's more so teaching them to be like that. Change people up. Change yourself up. Because that you being authentically yourself is not beautiful. And that's in Wicked. Also, there's just so many like crazy things. Like even like the animal's not even treated correctly. The animals are like disposable, and this should be against animal code too, because animals do deserve to be able to speak about how they feel and stuff like that. And the way that it painted is that they lied to Alphaba, and what it seems like is Glinda didn't give two rats behinds about the animals, just about this is a big opportunity. So basically, forget the animals that she actually wholeheartedly cares about, but to just be like, whatever, just take this opportunity. And that's the problem. People go for opportunities, then they, and then that's it. And so Alphaba wasn't with that. And you see how Madame Marble really played Elphaba, smiling in that girl's face, hugging her, saying you got all that power. And as soon as her ass decided to not take the power, she went on that talkie thing, said to the whole world, don't trust her, she's a liar, all of that. What it's a Disney movie, but what I would have done would have been totally different. She would have got on that call. I would have came down from where I was at, and I would have pushed Madame Marble, and I would have pushed her to exile. She would have been finito, because you're not gonna paint me as a bad person when it's you and everybody else, and everybody sitting in that room. Y'all are now liking Elphaba, but honestly, if again Elphaba did not say anything, Glinda would continue to bully her, and all the people would not like her. But they all in her face now. Fake. Because Glinda, of course, a white person, had made it cool. She made it cool. Not because the melanin woman did the little thing, made it cool. No, she made it cool because she's popular. And y'all follow that. Then you don't unfollow her authentic self because y'all think that's funny for people to be outside of the box. Tell me what you think. Stay tuned.